surprise me at all on this one, but Samsung, for the last 10 years, has been the #1 brand when it comes to televisions. We also have, by the way, wireless earbuds coming up that you definitely want to stick around for. Make a phenomenal grad gift. But right now, you know, we're thinking about, hey, we're heading into the spring, we're going into the summer, and a lot of us have staycations, or maybe you have an old TV. Maybe you really want to upgrade to something spectacular. Well, welcome to the Samsung 4K. It is beyond gorgeous. It's 4K, it's curved, it's smart. In fact, it's smart, but finally it's easy. One of the greatest things about this is the fact that the remote is easy, and you're gonna love that. What I think makes this even extra special is, let me show you the goodies you get with it, because this is a big deal. It's a brand new bundle. We've never offered it together before. You get a sound system. It goes from 20 to 200 watts, and these are included. You can wire them, or get this, it's wireless as well. So curved 4K, 65 inches, comes with the stand. You get the wired or wireless system. It's your choice. The speakers are completely Bluetoothable, which is really cool. And tonight we have a fantastic value. Plus, something we normally don't offer is 2-year warranty. How huge is that? We want to begin with this picture though, and I'll tell you what, if you've ever seen a curved TV, you'll never want to go back to a traditional flat TV, because it's phenomenal. Recently, my husband, and I never thought I wanted curved, my husband bought a monitor, computer monitor. It's all it was, a computer monitor, and it was curved, and I went, yeah, I don't know. And then he turned it on, and I looked at it. Changes everything. And to talk more about that, I'm gonna get Bill out here with me. Hey, Bill.
Hey, good evening.
Oh, you know, have you heard people say that though? They're like, you know, flat TV, why do I want curve, right? We got just a monitor, and it is a whole new viewing experience.
Well, that's just it. And the thing is, when we go to the movie theaters and we pay for that premium seat, guess what? They project in 4K. They project on a curved screen. Now you're getting that same cinematic experience at home every time you turn it on, because that's what Samsung delivers. And that's really what happens when you get this home for the staycation, or, you know, just a rainy day like it was here today and just wanted to watch and binge watch. You can do that. Because you have to realize, it's the #1 name brand in televisions. It's the #1 spec, which is 4K technology. You probably have heard about it, but let's just break that down for you for a second. What is 4K? If you have a high definition TV, which maybe you've had for a few years, this quadruples the number of pixels in the TV. So if you have 2 million pixels and you love that picture, now it's 8 million pixels. Wow. So it's more vibrant, it's more visual, it's more true to life. Because you know, they actually shoot our TV shows and our movies in 4K, and they dumb them down to high definition. But when you have 4K, you don't have to dumb it down at all. Not to mention, with Samsung, there's a picture engine on the inside. So what does that mean? If you're watching standard definition, it will upconvert the digital signal to near 4K quality. So you're always gonna walk away with a beautiful, stunning picture, and then it's projected on the curved screen, which the curved screen does give us that more cinematic, more immersive experience, almost like 3D. But remember, with 3D though, you had to have a pair of glasses for everyone who came over to watch TV, which if you had 2 people, you're probably had 2 glasses. But if you have a 3rd or a 4th or a 5th or a whole birthday party, it wasn't gonna work. Right. Now it really gives you that enveloping experience. And remember, it's Samsung, it's quad-core processing, it has a smart television, whole smart hub built into it, which is great. So whether you want to stream, whether you want to download, whether you want to get on the internet, whether you want to add different apps, you can do that.
Wait, so it's a full smart system?
Completely smart, and smarter than most.
It used to be, and probably you have a TV like this, that it was smart, but it was only sort of smart.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it had a limited amount of apps or a little bit amount of channels to see. This is full on.
Exactly.
Okay, and I want you to really explain that, because that's kind of a game changer.
Well, that's just it, because I had a smart TV, but it's an older smart TV.
It was a dumb smart TV, right?
Pretty much. It didn't keep up with technology, let's put it that way. Or more importantly, it had 4 options in terms of being able to stream. Right. It had maybe Netflix and YouTube, but when you have the Samsung App Store built in, you're able to get more, whether it's CBS and Hulu and Prime, and the list goes on, stuff for the sports fans. You customize it. It's as simple as just adding tiles down here at the bottom, but what's also simple about it,
well, there's the internet, too.
It's fast and it's intuitive. Yeah. So you see how quickly we jumped into Netflix. I mean, that's how quickly.
That's really fast.
And that's really where you see the proof in the pudding, where, you know, you want to watch Friends and you're streaming it, and it takes you 45 minutes because it's buffering and stopping. No, it should only take you the amount of time it should take you to watch a great TV show. And actually, Friends is a great example. This was shot in the 90s, not in 4K, But because this television has that upscaling capability, it can upscale to that 4K technology, giving you a better, crisper picture. But then when you go to the new stuff, like American Horror Stories, great one, or Unbreakable, love her.
Love that.
That is shot in 4K. Why is that important? You're seeing it how it was supposed to be seen, as the cinematographer saw it, as you're gonna be able to see it. Because you have to realize this is an investment, but you're gonna have it for years, and it's a future-proof purchase. And a lot of people are like, 2 million to 8 million, am I gonna see it? If your bank account went from 2 million to 8 million, you would notice a difference.
If my bank account went from $20 to $40, I'd notice it.
Exactly, and you would appreciate it, wouldn't you?
You really would.
And this is the most important thing you're gonna see coming up right here. The upscaling capability. So non-4K footage, it's gonna look even more impactful than it ever did before. So whether it's older movies or home movies, it's gonna be able to upconvert it.
Okay, so you were saying something earlier, and I thought this was so relevant. I think one of the reasons we don't upgrade is we've got the system down. In my house, there are 4 remotes to watch our television. 4. And I know 2 of them. Like, I've got the 2 at least figured out. I know how to turn it on, and I know how to get to Netflix. Like, I've got that down. I can watch HSN too. But I've got 4 remotes. It got so bad, my husband put a cowbell with a string on one of our remotes so I wouldn't lose this little teeny remote. And then there was 3 more. So here's what Bill said. And a lot of us won't upgrade, because once you figure out that dumb system you already have, it's like, oh, we got to figure, finally I can watch what I want to watch, right? Well, don't worry, because when you're upgrading tonight, they have made it even smarter but easier.
And that's why Samsung's truly #1. Because you know, sometimes we invest in technology like a smartphone and we just want it to make phone calls, but it does a whole bunch more. Samsung's made a one remote experience. So you see this one remote control, it has the ability to learn.
Wait, there's almost, like it almost scares me, there's not many buttons.
Don't worry about it.
What happened?
I thought the same thing too. Where's pause, where's play, and all that stuff. There's a microphone.
Isn't there supposed to be 8,000 buttons on one remote?
And that's just for one TV. Remember, this is going to be universal for your Blu-ray player, your gaming system, your cable box, and yes, it has fewer buttons because you can talk to it as well. There's a built-in microphone. So if you've been that family where it's like the kids want to watch something on the Blu-ray player, and maybe you're the grandma coming over and like, which remote? Switch to Blu-ray. I'm able to speak to the television. And the thing is, it found the input, it's able to switch to it. I hope our Blu-ray player's on, it might be turned off. But the thing is, that's the impact of what you get. You want pause and play, you can do that. You want to get to Netflix, hold down the mic, open Netflix. And it's gonna be able to take us to where we want to go.
What if I want to see a show?
If you want to find a show.
And I don't know if it's a Netflix or it's Hulu. I don't know where the heck it is.
Okay, well, again, with the microphone being connected to the internet, you can ask it, like, find the Golden Girls or find Tom Cruise movies, because it's a smart experience. We want the picture quality to be great, but we now have access to all this other content, and Samsung makes it easier to find and easier to navigate and easier to enjoy. And when it's that easy, that's where it's worth its weight in gold. But realize it's not just the TV tonight, too.
Right.
It's the TV with the soundbar, which we're including. A wireless soundbar with the subwoofer, and we're doubling the warranty.
That's the soundbar.
Right.
This is the subwoofer over here. I'm leaning on it, actually. It's very comfortable. And completely wireless, which gives you a lot of freedom. Because if you want to plug this up in the front, in the back of the room, whatever you want to do, you really, in this situation, are creating a full theater experience. Like a lot of times you say, oh, it's kind of home theater-y like. This now becomes that. And I'd love you to prove that with the audio. And in fact, what's the wattage between the TV normally and now when you add the system?
So most of our televisions have 20 watts of audio. We've maybe had one that had a little bit more. But 20 watts of audio in a thin, curved TV, that's the standard, right? And 20 watts of audio is great. That's Dolby Digital Audio. When you add the soundbar, it goes from 20 watts to 200 watts of audio. So I'm gonna just back up over here so I can actually see the LED on the soundbar down here. I think it probably went into sleep mode, so I'm turning it on. And I just want you to realize we're gonna turn it on to the soundbar. So you have, we're at volume 20 on the TV, so we're gonna now connect.
Oh, I thought that was a soundbar.
Oh, no.
Oh!
That's your soundbar.
Oh, wait, turn it off again. Can you do it?
Okay, so we'll go back. Normal TV.
Okay, now here's what's really funny. The audio coming out of this is actually gorgeous.
Isn't it nice?
It's very nice to start with. Okay.
So the TV's great. So I'm gonna go about to a quarter of the audio on the TV. Okay. Which is great and phenomenal. Then we're gonna switch over to our soundbar and subwoofer. And it's just fuller and more dynamic, and that's what we want.
That's gorgeous.
And the thing is, that's where you get that cinematic experience. The picture and the screen, check. Now with that audio system, and why is wireless important too? Because at the end of the day, maybe you do want to wall mount the curved TV because you can still have that capability to wall mount it. So then you have less wires. You need to run power to the soundbar and the subwoofer.
That's incredible.
And the thing is, that's what you want.
That is really good.
And also,
you know what's really funny? All of a sudden, I can see how many of you are shopping with us right now. All of a sudden, the phones went, oh, okay, got it.
Because you get it
there
all.
was that jump. You're like, oh, that really does it for me. I want to add a couple things that we have available, kind of on our side of it. Samsung's done this for you guys. I mean, this is an exclusive configuration. What we do on our end is I love FlexPay, because you might have an old TV, or you've got one that's really biting the dust, or maybe you really just go, come on, I want a 65-inch television, and I want curved and 4K and the whole thing. And you're saying, how do I do it? That's where our Flex comes in handy, because what you can do in this case is spread your payments out over 5 months, and that makes it a whole lot easier. So finally, you can get that ultimate experience, and then you get the ultimate name, but you're not plunking out all the money at one time. And in this case, we have 6 Flex Pays, so you pay it off in a half a year. And I'm double checking too. Yeah, 6 Flex, and this is obviously a big TV, plus you get the speakers, so it's free shipping, and that saves you a ton of money right there. You don't have to ask your brother's friend's cousin to bring their truck and 10 guys to bring this to your house. It's actually delivered directly to you, which is great, and that's absolutely free, and that's a lot of savings. The only caveat I will tell you tonight is we've already sold almost 100 sets, and I have less than 300 left, and then this is completely gone. And it's one of those nights that if you just happen to channel surf and check us out, you go, oh, we really have been thinking about it. Or maybe you say, you know what, we haven't, but boy, we really could use this. Take advantage of the price, the Flex Pay, the free shipping, everything while we have it available. Because you know what, and we've said this before, Bill, too, your homes, you want them to be kind of the perfect space and place. And now our televisions are so much more than just watching TV.
Completely.
You know, it's the YouTube, it's the internet, it's the shopping. It's so interactive. And certainly having the freedom to watch what you want to watch when you want to watch it, you have that with this as well.
And you want it to be responsive. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I started watching a YouTube video on my phone, and I'm like, wait a second, why are we all huddled around the phone? Let's get onto the TV. But even my older smart TV couldn't keep up. I was like, oh, it's not connecting, it's slow.
Yeah.
This will be fast. And the thing is,
it's like lightning fast.
And that's what we want. We want it on demand, and that's what we're gonna be able to get. Because you know, this becomes the center of our home. We've had so many great reviews over the years, and one was a woman calling in that they were remodeling their kitchen around being able to see the TV. Because that's just it. You know, the kitchen's the hub, but you want to be able to see the TV in the great room, and that's where if you can go bigger, you're gonna enjoy it. You can hear it better. You said you saw the phone lines jump because the audio, that's really when it grabs you. Sure, we like a pretty picture, but when that audio can come out and give you the chills, it really completes, I mean, the kids are gonna be off school in 2 weeks and home, and this could be entertainment all summer long, because even talk about entertainment, there's always something on the TV in terms of not waiting for friends on a Thursday night anymore. It's whenever you want. Right. There's even apps for gaming. There's apps for the sports fans. So you can come up here, I mean, you can clear all, you can add more.
But look, even just with your music. If you just are cleaning the house, like today I was cleaning the house and I like to listen to classical music. And how awesome would that be? Because you have the speakers included.
Right.
So now even just listening to your favorite music while you're cleaning or reading or maybe doing a project, is so much better with this system.
It's funny, I was doing that same thing, getting ready tonight, and my cable system has music in it, which is great, but you know, the speakers in the TV are nice, but when you have to hear it over the vacuum or over the dishwasher, you can go to 200 watts of audio. Remember, it's the TV, it's the soundbar, it's the subwoofer, and we've doubled the warranty, which is real peace of mind, because think about the house guests you might have coming over, or house sitters, and they're gonna grab the remote, they're gonna press buttons, or maybe it's the kids. Hours of entertainment with the #1 name brand, that #1 spec, in terms of being able to virtually see the difference between standard definition or high definition and actually 4K, because it is a huge substantial jump. And we say it's future proof because more 4K content comes online all the time. Comes online when we're streaming, comes online in terms of network television. Do you know half of the football games were broadcast and shot in 4K? And the only people who could appreciate that were the ones who had 4K.
Can you imagine what it looked like a game in 4K?
And that's just it.
It's like you're almost there.
You don't have TV envy when you have the #1 name brand, the #1 spec, that curved television. And that's, think of it this way too. How long have you had that TV already?
Right.
For 5, 10 years? So you break that down over 10 years, it's worth it. You're gonna get your money's worth out of this TV.
Well, how often has it been that you walk into an electronics store and all it is this wall, like a massive wall of televisions. And it always baffles me when I or someone will be standing there and you're looking at the same picture and you're thinking, well, that color looks a little bit better than that color. I mean, really. And you're about to plunk down some money for a TV and you're stuck with it for a long time, right? I mean, it's like a relationship with your television set. And people go, oh, I guess that one. Or they'll look at the names and go, I really want that name. name, which would be the Samsung, but I gotta go for the yada, 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 which I have no idea what that company is. This is the moment where you can just treat yourself to it, because you just say, you know what? I work hard. I want to be able to play hard. I want to be able to enjoy whatever it is. Do you love documentaries? I love documentaries. Do you like documentaries?
Different subject.
I am a documentary freak. I love watching documentaries, but you might love sports. You might love movies. You might, whatever. You deserve this. And you know why? Because your home should be, whatever size it is and wherever you live, should be this wonderful little place. And when you have a really fabulous television and a great sound system, it makes you happier. It just does, right? It just makes you thrilled. You come home from a long day and you know what? Your boss might be yamming at you. Your cube mate might be driving you crazy and talking too much, but you've got your nice Samsung television and a stereo system that will blow you away. And you know what? You invest in this tonight, use our FlexPay, free shipping, the whole thing. You've got years of truly fabulous happiness ahead of you.
And no regrets, because you just say it's like a relationship. My other TV, you know, I bought it, I wanted it. It was missing one thing. And you know, I've kind of looked the other way. I'm like, oh, it's fine.
Oh, you knew it when you were buying it.
Kind of, but I settled.
Right, right.
This TV, you're not settling. And the thing is, what I settled on is it didn't have Bluetooth. I wanted to be able to have Bluetooth so I could put on a pair of headphones, wirelessly listen, or wirelessly connect to Soundbar. This one has the Bluetooth. You mentioned documentaries. So I watched some documentaries. I've been catching up on what the Windsors are up to, because, you know,
the big wedding,
how they all fit together and all that.
And the big wedding's coming up, hello.
And so what I was able to do, she mentioned documentaries. I was able to find something, pull up content that quick and that fast. Why? Because Samsung makes it accessible, makes that technology easy and user-friendly to find and navigate and jump around. Why? Because yes, you can see the big tiles down below, but when you want to switch your inputs from, you know, you're watching something on a flash drive or HDMI, that one remote experience makes it so user-friendly. So maybe I'm watching something over here, I want to be able to pause it, but where's the pause button? How do I find the remote with the pause? I can go up here to the microphone, pause. It paused it, just like that.
Okay, that's so smart.
Have you ever been in bed?
What about volume up and down?
Volume up and down. Have you ever been in bed and you're like, oh wait, I want to put the sleep timer on. Like, where's the sleep timer button?
Oh, I wouldn't know. Have any idea how to find a sleep timer?
Oh, that's my favorite button, if I can find it.
Right.
But I've had to like turn on the lights, get the readers. I can just go, set the sleep timer for 45 minutes. And it set the sleep timer for me.
Okay. That's great.
Your husband can't even do it that fast if you ask him. I mean, that's really where it's like, ah. And one thing I want to point out, you mentioned going to the big box store. We had to do that once with my mom. We were all home. We wanted to get her new TV. We picked the TV out. We didn't know the size of the box until they brought it out from the back. And we're like, that's not going to fit in the car. So all of a sudden we're like, okay, that's another dilemma.
Your Mini Cooper.
Pretty much.
Whoops,
it didn't
we
work.
should have brought a bigger car.
But I want you to realize the speaker bar and the subwoofer are individually boxed from the TV.
Oh, okay.
So maybe you have a sound system you already love. You want to give the sound bar to someone for Father's Day maybe, but the TV's yours. You can break up the set.
Also explain, these are true Bluetooth, not just to the television.
Correct. So if you actually have music or content on your phone or on your tablet that you want to play through the subwoofer and soundbar, you can do that.
Guys, that's a really big deal. That is a big, big, big deal.
Very big deal.
Because sometimes in some of the brands, you have to be all that brand to get all that to work. These are true Bluetooth. So if you have Bluetooth on your iPad or you have one of our tablets, maybe you've got your phone, it could be Android, it could be Apple phone, you can literally Bluetooth just to the speakers for your phone and not even mess with the television. So it's really an independent speaker system that works wirelessly really for any of your devices at home.
Correct.
That's taking this to that next level for a great package. And what are you watching on right now? Maybe you've got a little teeny 36-inch TV and you have just been craving a much bigger, better experience. Yes, you can go get HDTV or you can get a high def television and you can get, you know, 1080p and you can spend several $100s on it. Right. But tonight, just use our FlexPay and now just go for the better, in fact, the tremendously better experience. And that's 4K and it's curved and it's Samsung and you get the speaker system with it. Everything included, it's wireless, it's wired if you wanted to, it's completely Bluetooth. The remote is as simple as can be. So don't fear moving to a new system simply because you've got your old system finally figured out. This one is brilliant and they make it, it's a much more complicated system, but they make it easy for us to operate.
And that's just it. That's why they are number one, because it has a lot of bells and whistles, but it has the right amount of bells and whistles. The ones that we can relate to. We can all relate to how many remote controls are on the coffee table. Yeah. Now it's down to one. We can all relate to what input, how do I find it? Just talk to the remote control. I mean, that's really where it's nice bang for our buck, because we can also get it. And realize the 4K experience, more 4K content's coming online. It's a future-proof because as it comes online, you're gonna be able to watch it and enjoy it. And not only that, the stuff that's not even 4K, it'll digitally convert that signal to near 4K quality, so making it crisper and sharper and more true to life. It is a curved screen, which you can still wall mount it. It's a very subtle curve. Oh, perfect. Thanks, guys. That curve is so subtle. It actually mimics the curvature of your eyes, what they're going after, but also mimics the curvature of the screens in the movie theaters, which you might not have noticed. But the screens in the movie theaters are curved, one, to make them more cinematic and more immersive, but also there's not a bad seat in the house. Have you ever arrived late and had to sit on the aisle, but you still get your $14 worth of movie and it's still great? That's what happens. So you don't just have to sit right dead center. If you sit off in the old corner of the couch or the kitchen island, you can still get great picture quality. The audio inside is 20 watts of Dolby Digital audio, which that's the most we really put into any of these smart, thin televisions, which is great. So I'll go up to about a quarter of that. So
and it really is a nice audio system built in.
It's beautiful.
It's lovely.
And that's just it. We want great audio, but now we really want to complete the picture. Remember that soundbar is included. So I'm going to actually kick in the, oh, just pass it, kick in that soundbar. And just, and that's where the movie comes to life.
That's insane.
I mean, you hear the rev.
That's like being in the expensive theater at the movie theater.
And that's what keeps you engaged in the movie and in the documentary. Because you realize there's so much nuances in terms of narration, in terms of, you know,
sound effects.
Beat. I mean, feeling the rocket ship take off, not just seeing it take off. That's where you get excited about a movie. With a subwoofer and soundbar, it really completes that whole cinematic story.
How cool is that? All right, we have only about 190 of these now remaining, and then it's going to be completely sold out again. This is actually a brand new configuration, and we rarely do it. We offer curved TVs. I mean, you can see a lot of TVs on .com, but it's rare to have the sound system actually included with our configuration. Correct. So we have an exceptional value. We're $150 off, and that is the HSN price. That's not talking retail. That's just off of our price. Plus, once again, you know, the stores don't offer you flex pay, or they might still do layaway, but that's like when you finally pay it off, you get to get the TV. Our flex pay is really easy. If you have a major credit card or PayPal, you can use it. We send it out to you right away. It's not layaway. That's a really big deal. A lot of people don't know that. It's not layaway. We send it out to you in 6 months, half a year from now. You have been watching the rest of the hockey season. You're loving baseball. Yay, football season start. You're starting to enjoy Thanksgiving time and Christmas, and then you finish paying it off. So it's a little more palatable because we have the FlexPay option. And by the way, we don't charge any extra for FlexPay. You just need a major credit card. That's it. It's a service that we provide. So something like this, that dream TV, that upgrade, maybe you're going to move the old TV to the bedroom and you're going to put this one as your main television, or you've got the man cave and you're finally saying, I'm doing it tonight. This is it. Finally, all the specs I've ever wanted in a television, plus a speaker system that's unbelievable. I'm doing it. Well, then this is the perfect time to do it with that FlexPay. Also, if you have our HSN card, we have something else that's kind of cool too. I don't know if you knew this. We have 9 months of what's called VIP financing. Now, this is where we can help you finance it. If you have our card, it's basically like 9 months of FlexPay. So that's a nice long time. If you don't have our card, you can apply online and you can use it immediately if you're approved. So if you have our card and you want to get kind of like 9 months of FlexPay, then you want to use that, and it's called VIP financing. I know there's some more features you want to share with us. So
I just came back from a vacation.
Like you went to Australia.
I did. Look at my photos. Can you see my photos?
No.
See, that's not fun, right? So you can't see it. So I'm gonna actually take the photos that were on my phone and I'm gonna screen mirror, screen share. Why? Because I can connect and communicate with the TV. So instead of everyone huddling around my phone.
Oh, pretty.
Did you see how I took that? I'm proud of myself.
Nice picture.
And the thing is, now you can all see it, right? Because it's on the big screen.
Phone?
Screen mirroring is different with each phone. I have a Samsung phone right here, but with an Apple phone, you can still do some flinging. Sometimes you might need a different app for that.
Gotcha.
But yes, again, being connected more with the Bluetooth and all that, you have more user options. But then this is, again, maybe it's a graduation, maybe it's a wedding, maybe it is, you know, that photo that we just took in the studio and I want to share with everyone. I was able to take it and get it up onto the big screen. I can actually, here's a fun one. Okay, stick with me for a second, guys. I'm going to turn on my camera, take a picture of Suzanne. Oh, flip it around. There's Suzanne. Hi.
Oh, is it live?
Look at that. I'm using my camera on my phone.
It's me looking at me, looking at me.
Okay. Is that confusing for you guys? But what I wanted to show you was the power of what you have. tons of user options.
That's funny.
And the thing is, remember, if you have any question, we've doubled the warranty, so it really just makes it...
Oh, this is your phone home screen.
Yes, that's my phone home.
That's funny. I was like, what are we looking at now?
And the thing is, that's how user-friendly it is. To connect with your phone, to jump from Netflix and YouTube. And how do you do all that? You can talk to the remote control. It is seamless.
But I'm not limited to just these couple of ones down below.
No, not at all.
Everybody to understand that. There's a huge amount of options here.
Correct. So like maybe I want to remove this Facebook one over here. Come down here, remove it, boom, remove, boom. It just customize.
So you put your favorites down
You
here.
pick your favorites. You go over to the App Store, which is right over here.
Wouldn't it be just easier to talk into the mic?
To add it and do that?
Yeah, can you do that?
You probably could. I mean, you could actually define that app that you want, and you could actually
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Take you right there where you need and want to go, because that's really where you're going to get more bang for your buck, when you can access all that stuff easier and faster. And when you do, you're going to be using it more. When you do use it more, you're going to be enjoying it more. And that's the whole reason why Samsung is truly #1 in TV manufacturing. Lots of bells and whistles, but the practical user experience. That one remote experience we can all relate to. Being able to talk to it to set the sleep timer, we can relate to that.
That's so
but then
cool.
being able to find content and enjoy content, that's where you get your money's worth easily.
Well, really, Bill, if you had a checklist and you really, maybe last weekend you were out and about with mom and you guys were looking at televisions, you're thinking, man, we're really going to upgrade. Be honest with yourself. Everybody wants a Samsung, basically, but you go for the no name because it's the pricing. No, it's true.
Sure, yeah.
And you made a great point. You might have been sitting there going, oh, everything's great, except I really wanted to do this. Or the problem is you get it at home and you go, oh, I didn't realize it didn't do that. For example, the fact that these Bluetooth speakers work with the TV and work independently of them is a really big deal. Most systems only work within their system, or you've got to do some kind of crazy configuration. I love the fact you have so much versatility with this. It's more than just the TV experience, because you can Bluetooth your phone or your tablet. You can have that mirroring experience if you want to. But if you have that big list and you're just about ready to settle for not the perfect system, why do that? Especially when we've got 6 flex pays tonight, because you have 6 months. It's a couple $100s a month. Maybe it's a couple 2, 3, 4 dinners out. But imagine how often you're going to use this and truly love it, because it is the ultimate experience. It's 4K. It's curved. It's like if you have the best checklist, the wish list, it literally, you could check them all off. There's not something here that you haven't talked about that I didn't find on my list, and you gave me more options that I didn't even think of, like a remote that I could talk to even tell it to turn the channel or turn the volume down.
Increase the volume. So right over here. Volume 50.
Oh, that's great.
It's asking me if I want to convert it because it's a little loud. It's protecting my own hearing, which is great. So, but that's really where...
Oh, that's funny. It was saying, look, this is going to be loud.
Exactly. It's like, you sure you want 50?
That's
like,
great.
Yes, I want 50.
See, it even cares about you.
Nice. And speaking of caring about, that 2-year warranty is huge, because it's just peace of mind.
What does it cover?
It covers pretty much the TV and the soundbar, because it's that whole Samsung
nice.
ecosystem.
Okay.
But we have to remember, because of that, it's just peace of mind. These are big investments. But when you think about how long you've had that high definition TV and how long you've been watching it, I joke, my sister and her husband, they registered for a television because it was so expensive for their wedding in 2002. It's 15 plus years. They're still holding on to it. We can't find the remote and all this stuff. We're always using the buttons on the side. Upgrade. And the thing is, it just makes your summer experience better. It makes your, your fall previews and, the awards season's better and sporting events better. Football season, you're not lacking for anything in terms of picture quality or in terms of the name.
Oh,
and in
watching
terms
a
of
big
audio.
NFL game on here my husband would lose his mind.
And there's seats for everybody.
Right, exactly, right. And I mean, obviously it's 65 inches too. It is a big TV. And what's interesting though, is you can go bigger without having to have a huge, massive space nowadays. And explain that, because a lot of people think 65 inch, oh my gosh, I gotta be 20 miles away to really be able to see it.
So it's 65 inches on the diagonal, and remember, it's curved. So side to side is actually just 57.5 inches.
Oh, okay.
So remember, we wanted big TVs. It was, the screen in front and the bar, way too much space. So it's 57 inches side to side. I'm just gonna read down here real quick. Without the stand, it's 33 inches top to bottom. With the stand, you just add about another 2 inches. And when you wanna hang it up, it's about 57 pounds. So it's a nice heft to it because of the screen quality, the speakers and everything that's inside. But you can still wall mount a curved TV. A lot of people think, can I wall mount it? Sure you can, and they want you to. And that's why when you get the wireless accoutrement in terms of the speakers, it really helps it be less cord, or more cord friendly.
Right.
because it's cordless.
Cordless, right.
Exactly.
You don't have a bunch of cords going from up high or somewhere and then coming down and plugging in.
Exactly.
All you have to do is plug these two and give them electricity. Right. These just need electricity, and then it's wireless or as Bluetooth, or you can hardwire them if you'd like to.
Correct.
So that's, again, more options. Because a lot of times you'll get one, but you don't get both.
Right.
And then you're like, well, really, I kind of want it to be wireless, so I don't have annoying wires. I hate cables. Cables drive me.
That's why they have those things to hide them, which they,
yes.
they make millions. But also, I like the fact that I can pair this with my phone or tablet, because I have my favorite channels on my phone, and you know, it's great, whether it's my gym channel or classical channel, and I can easily pair it with that as well. Well, it actually gives you more
options. Isn't that funny? So think of all the stuff you have on your phone beyond, this can do basically unlimited. It can go on the internet, for gosh sakes. But now all the favorite things you have on your phone, you can tell it, oh, we'll play it over here, and get it through the speakers. Isn't that huge? And even if you don't want to have the TV working, play your phone, your favorite music. I listen to Pandora all the time. iHeart Music's great too. I saw it on here, but again, you can play it independently just from your own phone. Simple, simple remote. So if the reason you're not picking this up tonight, like if we have got you going and you're like, okay, this is really a great television, and the only reason you're not going to do it is because you figured out finally how to deal with 4 or 5 remotes and make something work, it's very easy. It's one remote, and you talk to it to tell it what you need, and it's going to do it and or find it for you. So don't be hesitant about advancing your technology in television, because they've simplified the ease of using it. It's like two opposites beautifully combined together.
Well, that's why they're #1.
Yeah.
Because literally sometimes it's all that technology, and you're like, I'm not going to use it all. I don't know how to get it. I just want to watch TV.
Right,
I just want to make a phone call.
you buy a TV with all these features and you can't find them.
No.
That makes me insane.
Or it's so impractical or so technologically, I have to do what first and then this and then that.
Right, I got to change to this thing and then that button and then over here and down and below and around.
And that's why the one remote experience, that's why we're highlighting it. It's simple as, okay, you're talking about the remote control, but it's important, the fact that it's that one remote. And when I mean one remote, it's universal to learn a Magnavox, a Philips, a Sharp, or whatever other option. So it's not just a Samsung one remote. It has that microphone built in, like I can ask it, find the Golden Girls. So boom, it's taking me online, so it's going to search. Oh, it's on Vudu, it's on Hulu, it's on all these different ones.
That's great. Oh, look at the free with
exactly.
subscription. Yeah, that's great.
So I already have that subscription, so guess what? That's where I'm going to watch my Golden Girls tonight.
Prime Video, we have Prime Video. We're Prime members too.
Yeah. If you're covered.
Yeah, sometimes I shop on Amazon, okay? Not often. Did I say that out loud? I did. Look, we're Prime members. Yeah, occasionally. I get paper from them, that's all.
Well, it's funny, you said also at the beginning how we sold almost 100 before going on air.
Yeah.
The TV sells itself. When you see that #1 name brand, you see the #1 spec in terms of 4K. We've added the curve, which is great, and we've included the soundbar and the subwoofer and the warranty. That's because you're getting it here. That's why when people are like, oh, no brainer, I'm getting the #1 name brand with all these extras here.
You know what, for me, the tipping point is the FlexPay. It's the FlexPay, because if you go to the store right now and finally you look at that wall of confusing televisions and you're like, I don't know, I guess that color looks better than that color or that screen, and okay, I'm just gonna get it, but I really want that Samsung over there because it's gorgeous. They don't have 6 FlexPay at all, and we do, and that's a service we provide. So instead of having to plunk out, you know, $1,200 at the moment, it's $200 over the next 6 months. And you know it as well as I do. You probably watch your current TV a lot. Nowadays, it really is, it's so much fun and it's enjoyable, and it's sort of the epicenter of our lives, especially in the evening or for your kids or grandkids, or if you're on your own. It's just really great fun. And you know, more and more we're gathering people around. We actually play, we have a party, we'll have people over for dinner, and we play this really fun online game on our TV.
Perfect.
And everybody plays using their phone. It's so much fun, right? It's a
I want to know more.
It's a really fun. It's really fun, and people laugh, and we have the best time. But guess what? We're around our television in the living room. We're not sitting around a computer and play a game, and everyone can play with us in the room.
And that's huge, because when you think about it, what device in the household that the entire family uses? I mean, even a car, the whole family gets in, but you know, it's dad's car, it's mom's car, whatever. But we have our personal phones. Not everyone's in front of the dishwasher. This is for everybody. And even, like, I live alone, but still, it's for when company comes over, we're all watching TV.
Or just for yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, who cares?
Treat yourself.
If you're sitting down, you just want to have this phenomenal experience. And it's funny, we'll spend a lot of money on a lot of stuff that we only use occasionally, but what do we use the most in our house? I mean, you sleep, so your mattress is always good, and we got plenty of mattresses. But we really think about it. Yes, you use your tablet, but usually use your tablet and your phone while you're watching TV when you're home. So really, in essence, other than, say, your bed, you're probably spending more time with your TV than anything else.
Oh, I joke that my TV's my roommate. because it's on all the time.
Yeah,
she entertains me, and I'm like, oh, what else are we doing tonight? What are we watching? Pretty much. She cooks for me. Well, it doesn't cook for me. We watch cooking shows, we travel shows. I mean, it's great. Shopping shows. But that's really where you have tons of options. We know what the cable guys provide, but a lot of us have been getting away from that because we want to be able to stream more, and we want to be able to have tons of options.
Oh, explain that. We don't need cable if we don't?
No, just Wi-Fi to access all the smart stuff right down here. And
Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, internet, blah, blah, blah. You just have to have Wi-Fi.
Just Wi-Fi, and then download and stream and customize it. Like, you know, I added our sports hub right down here because this is great. Whether you're a basketball fan or baseball fan, it can actually, you put in your favorite teams, it'll send you a reminder. So say you're watching something, HSN, and all of a sudden the game is starting, it'll tell you, do you want to switch channels?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It actually alerts you.
Alerts you. The game is starting. It's 7:05.
And is it easy to figure that out?
Yep. I mean, you can go right in here to the sports app. We haven't loaded it up yet, and it'll actually let you identify which teams you want to follow. So whether it's
so you actually
a local
set
team,
up your favorite stuff.
Yeah. Because you might want Ohio college football. It's probably in here. And the thing is, you could like we have baseball.
Oh, that's great.
Basketball, football, hockey.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, the options are all right here, but that's when you pick your teams, it keeps you abreast of stuff.
Okay,
it's little really stuff like that makes Samsung #1.
Is there other things that we can't get to tonight that will surprise people when they start working with it?
I believe, yeah, completely. In terms of how deep Samsung's technology is, like we're kind of doing top layer right now because we're limited on time.
Right.
But just like the sporting aspect, the gaming aspect, when you come over here and go into like the editor's choice in terms of what you can download. Because as you say, there's different games and how you interact differently. Yeah. You're gonna find the way that's perfect for every individual in the family, not just the entire family. It's like, oh, you're gonna like it because dad might want sports, the kids might want games. That's what's great. What
if I need to lock out kids from, like, I only want kids
parental
to watch?
Controls?
Yeah, parental controls.
There are some parental controls on the television. I'm not sure the exact standards. I know some of them, like there's tablet time, like you get 45 minutes.
Right.
I don't think it's that in depth, but there's definitely some parental controls.
Yes. Okay, good. So if you need to monitor that or watch it, whatever. Okay, so here's where we stand with everyone who's now either .com or you're on chatting with somebody. I have about 150 sets remaining. You've got to remember, because we've got 2 minutes. I kind of want to go very top level.
Sure.
You get Samsung. #1 for the last 10 years. I mean, that's pretty amazing. You have 6 flex pays, free shipping tonight. It's curved TV, it's 4K, everything upgrades to 4K when you're watching it. On top of that, this is the big deal. We're including both the speaker bar and the subwoofer. So you're getting the speaker bar, and I've got the subwoofer right here. That is included with our exclusive package. $150 off. Everything tonight and tonight only while they're available, because unfortunately, it looks like these are gonna sell out again, and it does not surprise me. Maybe you've been waiting for a really long time and you're like, I'm so over my television. Or maybe it's cracked, you know, maybe something happened to it and you're like, we've been waiting for a long time to get a new one. This is the ultimate experience, you know? You're getting a great experience at a phenomenal price tonight, plus all the other goodies we add to it. And don't forget about the VIP financing too. You can take advantage of it. You can get it home for $133 and some change. It's kind of like 9 months of flex pay. But again, just give us some big specs.
Sure. Well, the #1 name brand in televisions, all those different names, all the ones you can't pronounce or whatever, is Samsung. They give us the right amount of technology, user-friendly, and what does everyone want in a TV? You mentioned, sure, you can go out and buy a high-def TV, but it's dated technology. Invest in 4K, because you're gonna be able to appreciate it the moment you turn it on, and as more content comes available, you're gonna be able to appreciate it too. But because it's Samsung, it can up-convert standard definition to that near 4K quality. It's a curved screen, so it's more enveloping, more exciting, more cinematic, and it has 20 watts of audio inside, but what we've done is we've included the soundbar and the subwoofer. So I'm gonna engage our subwoofer and soundbar for just a second, so you can just see how much bigger and bolder and exciting that is. I mean, all the little details you're just gonna love. Can you always watch it that loud? Your neighbors might not like it, but when it is movie night, when you wanna have that best gaming experience, you're getting it, because we've included the soundbar, wireless soundbar, 36-inch wide soundbar with the subwoofer. We've doubled the warranty, which is great. And if you're hesitant at all, one of my favorite reviews was this. A woman wrote in, she's like, I didn't know what 4K was until my husband made me get it, and now I got it. Because you really have to get it home to see the difference. And you know, maybe you have 4K, but it's older. Maybe you have a smart TV, but it didn't have all these smart options. Upgrade, quad core processing. Still can wall mount it that it's curved. And you're gonna enjoy it not just for one summer, but for years.
Yeah, true.
That's really
and it is. It's like a marriage, man. You know, once you make that decision, and if you're just out thinking about buying a television, you know, don't go for the off-brand, the name you don't know, simply because the price is a little more doable. Get a Samsung, and you know, because you're going to have it for a long time, that you're going to love it for a long time as well. All right, we're wrapping this up. Bill is not going very far, though. We have really cool earbuds coming up in just a second, and they are completely wireless.
I've been wearing it.
But I want to talk about this very quickly. We have a Samsung Secure